Welcome
to
to
Unhinged
Unhinged
Magi.
Magi.
Here we go. We're going to have some fun. We're going to talk about stuff. Dun, dun, dun.
It seems
Well,
sometimes like everything's going up.
everything is going up, and it's going up like crazy. Raise the roof is right. We're going up. Every box, every card is sailing high.
Sailing.
What the frell is going on?
Yo ho, it's all going up.
It's freaking crazy how is everything's rising. Urza Saga 11,000 revised
18.
13 to 12.
Oh, is that where it's settled? Is 13 to 12?
Well, I don't know where it's settling. Everything is just insane right now. I can't even believe Urza Saga. I see a box listed for like 11 grand and that kind of stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And there's nothing else out there to buy, you know? And you look at all the alliances, 2,000 to 2,900. I mean, it's ridiculous as far as the boxes are going up. I mean, I'm like stunned and flabbergasted by seeing all these boxes going up, and they're getting bought. It's not like it's like, hanging out.
So I'm gonna open up a page like while you're talking about it, because like I actually have a chart that where I have the right setup and I can show it, and it actually gets this point across extremely well.
All right, can you put it on screen?
Yeah, let's see, log out.
But yeah, every time I look out there, I'm like, that box is gone, and now it's this price.
Oh my god!
And I'm like, that doesn't make any sense. And on TCG Player, it's going up so fast they can't even update the market value. So you'll see a box market value for, I think, alliances is 700, and it says two listed 2,900, but the market value is 748. Well, how does that even work?
Okay, so speaking of going up too fast, you can't even track it.
3,800 market price, and then nothing is listed because it's like insanely priced.
Okay, so I'm going to drag something onto the screen. Dan won't be able to see this, but you guys can. So this is my Echo MTG user account, and what you guys can see down here is the price chart. Dan, you're going to have to believe me, this is insane. The back here is when I started tracking the price. And this was so 2018 ended here, and then 2019 ended here. And you can see there was the 2018 run up, and it fell back a bit, and then went up a little bit towards the end of 2019. And then it was consolidating this through this entire phase here. This one was a glitch that on the tool that was not right. So there was a consolidation here from end of 2019 all the way to the middle of 2020. And then now this is over double. Look at this, like almost like a straight line going up. And this price here. I'll just tell you, Dan. So my collection let's see, when was this? July 17th. July 17th, this collection I have listed was $112,000. It's now $244,000. Since July. And so you can see it right here on this chart. It just explodes up. And like that even is like a good amount higher than I even saw it the other day. So it's just, I can't believe it, man.
Yeah, it's like going insane, and everybody's purchasing. You see the sales going through on eBay. You see them going through. It's just like, really?
Yeah.
I mean, if you look at an Urza Saga regular set, no foils, is like $2,000 for a buy set. Can you imagine spending 11,000 for one box to get one random rare?
No, I really cannot. Like the sealed box prices don't make any sense to me without the singles moving up. But I know Rudy's had videos talking about that as well, how, the ROI on the boxes isn't what you can really look for. It's just like finding these old boxes sealed is the thing. And you just can't find them sealed anymore.
True. But Urza Saga, there's a lot of sealed product out there. It's just in storage. People have them in storage, waiting them for the pop up. So now they should start popping up because it's expensive.
And there is a lot of really good Urza Saga cards. I mean, that much is for sure.
Debating that.
Yeah. But like there's other sets that don't have cards that are just amazing and fantastic and super high in price, and even those ones are starting to spike up and stuff like that. Like a perfect example is like Ice Age. There's really no good reason Ice Age should be expensive.
No, that's 1,300 a box now.
And that does not make any sense. I mean, you'd crack that box and maybe get $100, maybe.
Yeah, it maybe if you're lucky.
Yeah, that doesn't make any sense. But it's just like money everywhere in the world is desperately looking for like assets to like invest into, and they're just like they're just taking any little small corner. I think this is literally related to the same reason Bitcoin hit like 41,000 and change. I think it's
Yeah.
all the same thing. Just people with just money, like, okay, I'm not gonna go buy traditional assets. What else can I buy? I'll stuff some in here, and I'll stuff some in over here, and the world's a big place, and there's people out there that have a good amount of investment capital, and there's not a lot of these rare collectible assets. So it's like it's a literal case of there's more money in the world chasing a diminishing amount of like rare assets, right?
Yes. And it's crazy phenomenal. They need to stop buying Magic the Gathering so I can buy more boxes so I can open them.
That is the call of the players. There's so many Magic the Gathering people out there that consider themselves like just players first, and they're very irritated at like what they always say it's the investors that are moving in, and I'm constantly telling these people like, you guys, it's not just investors. Like, I'm dumping cash on cards also, and I'm buying them to play, right? But yeah, investors are making an impact as well, for sure. But yeah, like everybody's buying it right now.
Yep, but if you have something to sell to us so we can open it.
Oh, should we actually talk about that topic here?
Huh? Well, I mean, if they want to communicate with us, because we're thinking about putting up a buy list and that kind of stuff too, so we can buy stuff and distribute to our base, our memberships.
Yep.
It's hard to acquire objects, so if you have a buy list out there, you can go look at ABU Games or Channel Fireball, figure out what their buy list is for sealed product. And if you are willing to buy list to them, we can pay you a little more, and then we can, maybe negotiate a deal. That's what we've been thinking about.
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah, that is something we're considering, guys. A buy list on sealed product that generally is older stuff.
Right. Generally older stuff. So if you are willing to sell it and you want to sell it and you don't want to go the eBay route or the TCG Player route, dealing the risk and that kind of stuff, then we can probably take it off your hands. In which case, you would actually be helping the actual channel plus the members and all that kind of stuff.
This price inflation on these assets, it's going into like all these other fields as well. Like, I used to collect Garbage Pail Kids when I was real little, and I loved them, and I still have my Garbage Pail Kids. They're like in my storage closet right over here. And I was actually looking on eBay to like try to like finish out my first edition series set and just buy a few of them that I needed. And I remember looking like not that long ago, and I swear you could have bought like an entire first edition, first series of Garbage Pail Kids from like 1980, whatever. You could have bought them for like a little over $100. And I just looked again the other day, and then like per card is like 10, 15, $20, right? And like the Blasted Bomb Atom Bomb Blasted Billy one might be like $100 for that one card.
Wow.
Like suddenly those are spiking now too.
That is so weird, right?
It is, I think.
Everything is spiking all at the same time. And yet they're still printing money. Next year will be another print session, I believe. Oh, this year. I'm sorry. This year it is a new year.
And so yeah, it's hitting us actually right now, guys, because we're trying to actually secure product that we can use for the channel to do like openings and box cracks and like do fun things for our members.
Right. So like the revised booster box, we bought that, right? And then we chopped it up.
We're about to.
We're gonna make a little bit, but then the revised booster box went.
Yeah, seriously.
But we're maintaining our price point of $250 a pack. You already know it's being sold like that,
which is really good for you guys that actually got into that one earlier, because
if
you were doing it now, so like you would not be paying $250 a pack.
Huh?
I said if we just did it now, they would not be paying $250 a pack. So lucky for them, we offered that.
We wouldn't have been able to buy the box right now for what we got it for.
Oh yeah.
And so it's just like we can't keep up with that. So if you're going to buy list one of your products, then maybe you should talk to us first.
Yeah, I'm just very curious about when this eventually ends. I mean, is this really all just a case of like, all these assets accounting for the inflation that all these central banks and governments are
I do
doing?
not believe so, sir. I don't.
You think there's more to it?
I actually don't. I actually believe it is speculative purchasing
Hmm.
on Magic the Gathering community. They have seen a spike themselves in product. And so now I believe people are buying a lot of sealed product at the moment and speculating what it'll be in years. I mean, you've seen Rudy's videos where he talks about this booster box is going to be worth X and this booster box is worth X. And now they're actually seeing that being foretold. They saw it with Urza Saga hitting 5,000 when it hit 5,000. He said it was going to hit 5,000, that kind of stuff. So when he says that boxes are going to be worth more, he's even talked about the more standard product like Ether Revolt and that kind of stuff. This is spewing onto the Magic the Gathering community rapidly, thinking that all product will rise. And if you want to do that, you need to buy product now, basically.
But
It's that FOMO you were talking about, where people have a, what is it called? Failure to miss out or something like
FOMO,
that.
fear of missing out.
That's it.
Yeah.
So I think when people see these videos and people are talking about it, people are now believing in that ideology, that it is the fear of missing out.
But you're
going out
stating
and
it as if this is centered around Magic, and what I'm saying is like I'm seeing this in other things. Like
No,
I mean, look
I
at this.
understand that.
Pokemon boxes are going up. Garbage Pail Kids are going up. Rare paintings, original paintings are going up.
Correct. I understand that, but I'm still seeing that a lot of Magic the Gathering people are actually purchasing. It's not just it's not just it's not just like some random person who's looking to buy something.
Mm-hmm.
So if you know you're going to get an extra check and you have a job, you're going to take your extra check and put that into a product.
Oh, so you think this is like a speculation based on the stimulus checks?
Correct.
I'm sure that's a part of it, for sure. Because
Now,
a
that's
lot
not
of
going to get
people.
everybody to buy revised boxes either, but I think heavier investors are actually trying to get those boxes, and that kind of stuff.
Yeah, I know for sure that there's an awful lot of people, even in the Magic community, that like they've been used to living on paycheck to paycheck, month to month income kind of thing. So they're used to living thin. And if those people who already feel comfortable, like not having a lot of money in the bank, they don't feel like, they're not threatened by it and they suddenly get a check from the government for a couple grand or something like that. I can see why they would like want to dump it into an investment because they feel like, well, I'm secure, I'm fine. I can keep doing what I'm doing kind of thing.
Yeah, and then they'll have something for a rainy day,
Yeah, I do think there's some of that for sure. And I heard that like there was like a stimulus, like there was already the 600 per person that went through. And I heard that there was like another 1,400 in addition to the 600 that was about to go through for a total of 2,000
I
per
don't know
person.
if that's going through later on or now or whatever. I don't know when that's going to happen.
Well, if it does, I mean, if your theory is right and that goes through, then that could be even more money coming in to all these
Exactly, and then there's going to
investments.
be another spike. I mean, I've seen a lot of the $1,000 boxes that are, and that's right about the right range for a stimulus check, and those boxes are kind of disappearing. That's why Ice Age moved up, Alliance has moved up. I mean, Tempest is a $4,000 box now.
Yeah, that is crazy. That just blows my mind. Just blows my mind that it's even up there.
Yep. I mean, we have Stronghold at 5,000. Mirage at 5,000, basically.
And like Rudy keeps saying, people are looking at investing in like revised cards. Like,
well, Rudy was speculating that Mirage is going to be a $10,000 box. He might not be wrong.
That's just so hard to believe. It's just so amazing. But like, I don't have a lot of sealed product now personally. Like, you've got a decent amount. I don't personally have a lot, but I've got a decent amount of cards, the actual collection. So, but yeah, it's the sealed stuff is definitely gathering more of that capital running around right now.
But I'm even more surprised that Kaladesh moved up and Ether Revolt moved up and all those littler ones moved up.
For those masterpieces.
I know, but they're moving up, and everyone's saying that they wouldn't. Yeah. I mean, the speculation was very, very wrong. Although Kaladesh, I didn't really like the vehicles and that kind of stuff, but I mean, it was a pretty set.
It's a nice set. It's got a cool theme to it. It's got powerful cards in it, and you have a shot at those lottery cards, which I mean,
Yes.
people really like the lottery cards from Kaladesh. They're not as hot on the
Gamble.
Yeah, they're not as hot on the Amonkhet and Hour of Devastation masterpieces. I mean, they like them, but they're not nearly as cool as the Kaladesh, because Kaladesh are like mana rocks basically, and some other stuff. Which is very highly considered.
Well, I'm also thinking that Throne of Eldraine, the collector box, since it was like I think it was the first collector box, that's actually going to probably move up next year. Into the $300 range.
Mm-hmm.
That's my speculation on them.
It's interesting. Okay.
Because it was the first. Anything that's the first is usually going to move up. So it was a good set.
So we want to know what you guys think about all this. Are you seeing the same kind of thing? Do you believe this is all just speculation and FOMO? Well, I want to hear what people think, because sometimes we'll talk back and forth and we'll echo chamber agree with each other, and then the people come in and just totally disagree with us in the comments. So I'm curious to hear.
True, and we can be wrong. I mean, I've been wrong before. I will be the first to admit that.
And I'll be the second to admit that I'm also wrong a lot of the time. So are we this time? What do you guys think? So go ahead and put some answers below in the comments. And also, please,
why do you think it's moving up?
Yep. Why do you think it's moving up? And please consider being a member of the channel, actually, because we got some pretty cool benefits being members of the channel, not just a subscriber, actually. Yep. Okay. So thanks a lot for the discussion, everybody, and have a good day.